People who take the US citizenship test need to know some important facts about the history and government of the United States. In this video, we'll learn about the difference between federal and state powers. When the founders of the United States wrote the Constitution in 1787, they decided how to divide power between the federal government, which makes and enforces laws for the entire country, and the individual states. The Constitution gives specific powers to the federal government. It says that they have the power to print money, declare war, create an army, and make treaties with other countries. But some founders worried that the federal government would have too much power. They agreed to adopt the Constitution if an amendment was added to protect the rights of the states. The 10th Amendment says that any powers not given to the federal government by the Constitution belong to the state. Each state has its own government that writes and enforces laws. States have the power to provide schooling and education, oversee their own police forces and emergency services like fire departments, issue driver's licenses, and approve the use of land. So what happens when federal and state laws disagree? According to the Constitution, federal laws override state laws. But the reality is more complicated. If a state passes a law that goes against a federal law, the issue can then be taken to court. The case can go all the way to the Supreme Court, which has the final say. States can also pass certain laws that have not been addressed by the federal government. If multiple states have different laws about the same issue, Congress has the power to pass a federal law for the entire country. Finally, the president, as the head of the executive branch, can decide whether or not to enforce federal law on states. This is why it is important to be aware of both federal and state laws.